Jesus. Jesus. Baby, I'm sorry. Can you give me some chapstick? Please. It's upstairs. It's upstairs. Mom, I'm looking like a crackhead. Okay, just give me a minute to let the other people in. I am not trying to be the bearer of doom and gloom. I am not flattered by the information that I know. Jesus Christ. You know how the Bible gives everybody free will. So, the Bible, how it works is they have to show you everything first. And because our system, our media is controlled by very, very wicked people, they tell you the truth, but they tell you it in a roundabout way, and then tell you to make a decision, yes or no. And it's not fair, but those are, for some reason, these rules are allowed to stand, even though they're not fair. Fortunately, I'm here. Unfortunately for some, fortunate for me, fortunate for you, I'm here. The name of this podcast is called The Real Last Supper. If you have the ability to, if you have a phone and a TV and you can look at two devices, please do so. If you can put the pictures that I show you on your television while you watch me talk to you so you can see it even clearer, you can do so. But I'm going to turn my camera around and show you for yourself very quickly. For those who aren't familiar, okay, cool, we got somebody in here. Whew, and listen, let me apologize up front. My energy is fucked up right now because it's terrifying what I'm gonna show you tonight. And it's terrifying. And it's been sitting in plain sight for a long time. And you just have to be able to see them. And once I show them to you, you can see them and you don't have to look for them. You just gotta make some, you're gonna have to make some plans once I show them to you. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, so this briefly, I'm not going to go into my personal plights. I'm just going to say one thing about, for those who have been following me and know what me and my family have been going through. Ask yourself, why is these things happening? Well, this is going to explain why these things are happening. This is going to explain to you why these things are being done so publicly. The reason why everything is being so publicly done is because y'all not going to be around to question anything if they have it their way. That's the reason why. So this morning, I decided I was going to go ahead and break down some more Renaissance art. And if you're not aware of it, the two most important paintings on the planet are, number one, the Mona Lisa. Number two, the Last Supper. The Last Supper, I have this behind me. This is it. This is the Last Supper. You've seen it. The Last Supper, if you're looking at the picture of the Last Supper, what I want you to understand is when you're looking at it, you're going to realize that they're not eating nothing. There's no food here yet. It's just dishes, but they're not eating. They're not eating because it's not about food or about Jesus' last meal. It's about humanity's last meal. It's the Last Supper. So understand, the Last Supper is not about Jesus' last meal. The Last Supper is humanity's last and final meal. For those who aren't familiar with me, and I'm not sure who's on here, I found an algorithm that shows that our system have been systematically sacrificing us, humanity, in patterns of 13. In addition to that, I also found that when they choose to murder you, that they mark you with the number 62. Anybody have a question or comment, put it in the chat. Ariel was monitoring the chat from somewhere else. And for the folks who have my phone number, I'm not going to get any sleep. I got to find a couple more things because I know the how. I know the almost when. I have to look at the fingers to give you the when. All right. Really quickly, I'm going to, the 3 paintings that you need to see that I'm showing you tonight. I'm going to go over 2 that I went over before, but I'm going to go into some details that I never shared before. And I'm going to go over the Last Supper. And the Last Supper is the most terrifying thing you ever. It's a horror movie. It's terrifying. And again, please forgive me for my nervous energy, but it's the first. I didn't look at it before. Then I looked at it today, and then oh my God, I'm fucked up. And I got to tell you, if you have the ability to record this because YouTube is not going to allow this to stay on. I'm not going to mention a COVID vaccine or anything. I'm not going to mention anything about that. But they are going to take this off. I promise you. So record this if you can. This is your salvation. Not me. I am, of course. But listen to what I'm showing you and telling you. This is your salvation. If you have somebody that you love, tell them to watch. So I'm going to get into this really, really quickly and show you what's going on. Listen, I'm smoking a damn cigarette. I don't smoke cigarettes. But tonight I got to smoke cigarettes. Jesus Christ. Shit. Very, very quickly. Okay. Okay. This is the Last Supper, okay? You've seen it a million times. All of you have seen it. It's the Last Supper. This Last Supper is not Jesus' Last Supper. It's humanity's Last Supper. They're telling you exactly how they're going to destroy the entire planet. Man, I'm shaking. And for those who know me, this says, one of you will betray me. Mark. If anyone's been following this, you know the guy, Mark Fuller, the guy who I had working for me, betrayed me, Mark, okay? But enough about me. This is the Last Supper, okay? You've seen it a million times. But let me tell you what you're really seeing when you look at it. It is the end of all of us. Shit. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm going to I'm going to go to The Last Judgment by Michelangelo. This is The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. And I'm going to go to The Last Judgment by Michelangelo and show you what they're about to do to us if just watch this shit. If you have the ability to pull up The Last Judgment by Michelangelo on another device, do so. If not, I'll go and point the direct things directly to you. Whew, Jesus. Last Judgment. Okay. All right. This is The Last Judgment, okay? Some key things I need you to, if you can record this, record it. Record it. This is The Last Judgment. This was done by Michelangelo, and it's exactly what he says. This character in the middle, this is the Christ, and this is Mary. And I want you to understand that Mary is next to him, and Mary has given up on telling Christ to not wage his judgment against you. Behind the Christ, you see this. It's the sun. That's the sun. That's what's powering the Christ. This is the Christ. And to the left and to the right. To the right of Christ are the damned souls. These are the damned. All of these are the damned. These are the damned. And you'll see, you good? Thank God you're here. Whew, okay. These are the damned. You'll see on the right, these angels are here trying to assist humanity and trying to resurrect and pull up humanity, the ones who are with Christ. And this is what you're watching. The animals are struggling. The angels are struggling. The angels are sounding the alarm. One second, I'm going to show you everything. I want you to pay attention to this clock. Do not forget this clock. Look at this clock and do not forget this clock, because this picture is a clock. It's showing you when it's going to take place, and it's showing you how the world is going to look when this date comes place, the day of judgment. Remember, this clock is very relevant to you. This clock is telling you when and where it's going to take place. Again, these are the souls of the damned. And Christ is not giving a shit because of the back, his son. These people were part of that. They're damned, and he's smiting them. In addition to that, Mary can no longer convince the Christ to try to forgive and save humanity. Mary has turned her back, and she's only focusing on the folks who the Christ is trying to redeem. You see his angels here with the horns. They're blowing the trumpet, telling you that the Christ is here and is trying to wake you up. For those who aren't familiar with this before, I've showed this picture a bunch of times, but I got more into it today and found more, and you got to see it. This is the Christ. And he's got the cross. Come on, baby, please move. Come on, don't talk. Fuck.
Michelangelo's Last Judgment overwhelms.
I need to get this picture. Oh, you know what? Let me just do this. I'm sorry. Do not turn away from this, because I swear to God, do not turn away from this. Watch what I'm showing you. Everything I'm showing you, everything I'm telling you, I will show you, so you do not have to believe what I say. You're not going to, because they said you wasn't going to believe anything. So let me show you what they're doing and how they're planning on doing it. Shit. Okay. Here's a Christ. This is the sun behind him.
Judgment up to that time had God on a throne in the center, with angels and saints reigning.
Okay. This side is the damned. These are damned. He's smiting them. Okay? He's smiting them. This side is his chosen people. He's trying to protect them. You'll see the angels down here. The angels here are trying to pull humanity up. You see? They're trying to save humanity. These are his angels trying to save humanity. You see the people reaching out for the people, trying to save them? Here, they're trying to save these people because they're worth saving. And you see they're trying hard to save them. He even has this, and they're trying to pull them up with rosary beads because they had to be strong to be able to pull up the souls of others. Here you have them sounding the horn, letting them know, listen, the Christ has returned. He's screaming and they're sounding their horns. Look at Revelations. Revelation will tell you about the horns. These are the horns they're telling you about. This is it. On this side, you see the opposite. You see the devil and you see the demons are literally pulling people to hell. They're pulling them to hell on this side. There's a particular character in this picture, woo, that you've seen before. If anybody's familiar with Masonry and Freemasonry, let me show you, play. Boom. This here, the demons are pulling this man here. They're pulling this man down to hell. If you are a Freemason, you are going to hell. Anyone who's familiar with Freemasonry knows that they cover the eye. You see all the celebrities always covering their eye because these are the Freemasons. They are going to hell. Here are the demons that are going to make sure. And look at his face. He's confused because the devil told him that they was going to have a prosperous life and all these great, fantastic things. But just like everything else, the devil is a liar. But these dumb motherfuckers wouldn't believe the devil. The Masons are going to hell. These are the angels beating the men down to hell. These are the cursed souls. You understand? These are the cursed souls. The devil, the demons are beating these people in this boat. You see? Telling you you're going to hell. This is going down. If you remember the flood, God said that he was never going to destroy the earth by water again. And that's why y'all got that rainbow. He's not doing it this way this time. And this time it's not even him. It's man-made. He's doing it with fire. And I'm going to show you how they're doing it and when they're going to do it and the where. So there's some things I need you to remember from this picture. Okay? I just want you to understand. These are the hell souls that brought to hell for going against the Christ. You see, the ones that are trying to escape are terrified. Everyone's scared because Judgment Day is here. It's here now. Understand, it's here now. I'm going to show you proof of all of it. These men are terrified because they are going to hell. This man is called the damned man. He's called the damned man because he is damned. Freemasonry, they're going to hell. This is not my opinion. I don't know enough about discuss it. But this is just what's happening. He's being drugged to hell by demons. He's covering the one eye like the Masonic pledge. All right, so I want you to pay attention to one more thing on this picture, and then I'm going to take you to the other picture. Please be patient.
They are. You good, baby.
I'm just fucked up.
Everybody's in the chat saying, we good.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
No need to rush.
I'm not. This is the Christ who bears the cross on his back. All right? Okay. Remember that. For those who haven't seen this before, this man right here, is hiding something. That's why he's wearing a hood. And you look very closely, you see he has brown breasts. Okay? He has brown breasts because there's a chemical inside of brown breasts that turns ordinary men who are born straight boys turn into want to be females. And that's how you know about the time. But in addition to that, this clock, play. Remember this clock. Remember this clock. Do not forget this clock. It matters. Remember this clock. It's going to matter. When the Christ comes, he's smiting the ones who went against him, and he's trying to save as many as he can. And he's destroying all the temples in the establishment. So I'm sorry I went through this very quickly, but this is this picture. Now, the Mona Lisa is the most important picture to all humanity. I'm going to go through it quickly because that's not my focus this evening. My focus this evening is the Last Judgment and what it's saying the Last Supper. Because what it's saying is not Christ's Last Supper. It is the world's Last Supper. I'm going to go over Mona Lisa for 3 minutes because it all ties in. I'm not going to stay long on her because you need to see what they're doing and what the Last Supper is showing you. And it's going, Jesus Christ, I just can't believe that, I can't believe it. I know, I'm still fucked up over it. Mona Lisa, just give me a Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa. These experts tell you about Mona Lisa and Da Vinci. They are liars and buffoons. They are no experts. I will show you and I will show you where you don't have to configure or figure nothing out. You will see for yourself what it says. Come on, it's coming. Right now I'm pulling up the Mona Lisa picture. I'm going through this very, very quickly because the Last Supper, I got to spend a little time on that, and I have to show you, and I have to take my time with that, and I'll get a little more calm once I start talking. Fuck, what's going on with these people? Jesus Christ. Yeah, why?
Mona Lisa, right?
Yep. It keeps skipping over it, man. Here you go.
You got it?
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. For those who've seen me before, I'm going through it quickly. This is Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, this is the most important painting known to humanity. This is the reason why it cost $700 million, because people don't know what's going on. Okay, back here. Okay, orientation. Back here, these mountains, the whole picture matters. Back here, you see it's cold and ice blue. And you see it's ice blue over here. It's ice blue water over here. All right, so what you're looking at is this here, these mountains over here, all the way to here. What you're looking at, and the reason why it's hidden so amazingly, Da Vinci is the best. This is a woman giving birth. This is a woman in labor, right here, laying on her back. And when she starts, when you have your own computer, you can look in Zoom, you're going to see two sets of X's over here. There's going to be two sets of X's because those represent the two X chromosomes that we're all born with. All women know that everyone was born a woman first. Men, everyone was born a woman first. Mona Lisa, Jesus, this is Mona Lisa, but they keep on doing other stuff. Give me a second. They're about to pull the whole thing up so you can see the whole thing. Jesus, why don't y'all just play this is the Mona Lisa picture. Why don't y'all play her instead of other people? God, I hate these buffoons. Baby, pull Mona Lisa up for me, please. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, but just, I know, but God damn. Jesus Christ. The Last Supper tells you everything. It's everything. It shows you everything, man. Jesus. Ariel's putting it on the screen. My hands aren't working right now. I'm shaking. And she's got it for me. Baby, do we have any wine? Hey, listen, I'm going to try to give me a glass of wine. I need to calm down. Just give me a second.
It's all good, baby. It is okay.
Okay, there you go. You got it. Perfect.
Trying to pause.
Perfect.
All right, 1 second. Where's the remote? Give me one
It's
second.
right.
Just hit the up button. There you go.
Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna go through it quickly because the Last Supper is what you need to see. If you could turn out the beams and just keep the regular ones on and put the lights over there. So we,
You want the square on?
yes, just the square. They're over here. They're over here.
All of them?
These two over here. I'm turning the different lights on so I can get rid of these beams because they put a glare on it.
Is that better?
No, put that, and the middle one. Okay, you took one off. Okay, that's perfect. Now get the one. Yeah, now turn this one right on. Okay. Yeah, turn it on. There you go. That's fine.
Oh.
That's perfect. Okay. Please work. Orientation is locked. Rotate the seats back. Okay. All right. This is a woman in labor, and when you look at it yourself, zoom in. You're gonna see this is XX over here. It's blue and icy cold. She's in labor, and this stream goes down here, and it still stays blue, and then it turns red. It turns red here.
No, I hit the wrong button. I'm so sorry.
Of course.
1 second, guys. I'm so sorry.
I think okay.
I'm sorry.
It's
I got a monitor. Yeah.
okay. So this woman here is in labor. This is what you're looking at. This is a woman. She gives birth. There's two X's over here. You're gonna see two X's over here. And this blue stream. It goes over here, it's blue stream, and then it turns red. Turns red here. Okay. The reason why Mona Lisa is so important is because these are not to be tampered with. Only God is supposed to decide these things, and God wills it, and anyone corrupts it, it's corrupted.
All right, keep the camera still so
Okay.
they can see it.
I'm sorry. Man, I'm fucked up, man. Okay.
No, everybody.
So why don't you hold it?
You good.
Why don't you hold it? Why don't you
Okay.
just film me? Let me just.
All right, let me do this.
You hold it. This is a woman in labor. She's giving birth. Okay? So you see the X's over here. If you go close, you're going to see X's over here. There's two sets of X's over here, okay? It starts off with this blue water right here. And it goes here, still blue. Then it turns red. Okay. You focus on Mona Lisa's hands. That's a Y. The reason why that's a Y is because Da Vinci is telling you that you had to add the Y chromosome to create a boy. All human beings are born females, little girls. But when you add the Y chromosome, it turns into a boy. Mona Lisa's shirt, her blouse, her shawl, everything you're gonna see, all these are Ys. I hope you can see it. If you have a better image, this is a Y. This is a Y. All of these are Ys. Everything on here, when you pull it close up, is a Y because Mona Lisa is a man. She's a transgender. And this is so important because it explains how we're birthed, and this is not to be tampered with. Only God can decide these things. And if God wants a boy, God will give you a Y, a Y, a Y, a Y, a Y, a Y, a Y chromosome. That's why you see it starts off with a blue up here, because everyone starts off as a little girl. And then at some point, once the Y is introduced, you see that it turns red because that's a boy. Women are red, blue, boys are red. This is what you're looking at. This is very briefly, there's more to it, but I'm just explaining to you. Okay, now let's get into the Last Judgment.
All right, let's flip the camera around.
Okay. So I rushed through these things because the Last Judgment, the Last Supper is what I need to show you.
You want judgment or supper?
Last Supper, I already did Last Judgment. Last Supper. The Last Supper ain't Christ's Last Supper. The Last Supper is your Last Supper. Man, I just picked the right time. I stopped smoking weed 2 weeks ago, and man, I sure wish I would have. I should. God dang. Man, dang, I chose the right time to stop smoking weed.
All right, no, this isn't the right one.
Okay.
Not the right one. I remember this.
This is gonna be quick. After this is over, I'm going to open a Twitter space to get into more specifics, but I'm going to show you. All right, Last Supper. Perfect. Can you hold it?
I'm trying to see if they give you a still one that fits the whole
Right.
picture.
All right. So I'm pulling the Last Supper right now as we speak. And Ariel's going to give you she's going to hold the camera because I'm not doing so good. But what I'm going to show you, you ain't got to sit back and question me. You can just see for yourself. All right, so you're going to hold it for me.
Yes.
I apologize for my energy. It's just that
All right, hold on for 1 second, guys. 1 second. Everybody's letting you know that they're recording. Hold on, I have people trying to get the link, so just give me 1 second, Tanner.
All right.
And compose yourself. Everybody is.
I know. No, it's not them.
It's all
It's all good until they see what I show them. It's all good until you see what I show you.
All righty. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. You got a good distance?
I'm trying to make sure I can see it well.
Okay.
All right, can you back
Move this.
this up? Yeah, so I can. Were you born in 1785, Zoe? Okay, the chat room's talking to each other. Okay.
Okay. Can you see everything okay?
I believe. All right, guys, let me know if you can see everything okay. I'm trying to back up so you can see the whole picture. And in fact, one person is actually cut out of it, but it's
Okay.
okay.
It's
You
okay.
can. Okay, so put that phone down there and you can look and see how it looks, okay?
Okay, that's good. You're good.
All right.
All right. Last Supper. Okay. You seen this picture?
Can you hit the up button?
Oh yeah. They said the real story of this painting is cringeworthy. It is, but they're buffoons. None of them know this. They're buffoons. Okay.
All right.
You've seen all this. You've seen these before. And you've seen this a million times. And it called the Last Supper not because of food. They're not even eating. And I want you to see that everybody is all talking about the Christ. And at this supper, this is what Jesus said they're going to betray him. This woman here, they're saying this is, who they say this? They're saying this is John the Baptist. They're buffoons. This is Mary. And for them to pretend that this is a man just lets you know how much they lie and how incompetent they are. So, Da Vinci is king. Basquiat is king. Okay. Da Vinci, when Da Vinci teaches, Da Vinci, the way he taught all of his disciples, and he had to hide this in his artwork because the Pope, he had to make it so the people wouldn't be able to recognize it. So Da Vinci drew this in a way so Christ would be able to teach his disciples in a secret code that only the people he trained on this could read. So, if you follow Da Vinci, you're going to see that Da Vinci was a master at hiding everything, but he hid everything in plain sight. And some things were so important, he used something called mirroring. And what mirroring is, oh, by the way, if Tacola Sullivan, or Tacola, whatever your last name is right now, I'm sorry, she'll verify that I didn't go to school for any of this. I went to a shitty high school, a shittier middle school. I don't know, I didn't go to school for any of this. I don't know any, I didn't go to art school or anything. I can just see it. Okay, he used a technique called mirroring, where he would reverse images and place them backwards and look at the images that he used to do. So, what I did instantly, because I know that how he does his tricks, I got a mirror and started looking at everything in reverse. And it didn't give me what I needed. So then I thought about superimposing them. And here's the result of what I found once I superimposed them.
Then somebody said the woman on the right is the sign of Virgo.
Oh. Cool.
So I am screen sharing from there. I am doing it from that device over here.
Oh,
What are you doing now?
I'm doing the mirror. I'm doing mirroring. Okay, I can do this myself, I think. When you mirror this, use the mirror technique on the Last Supper.
Is it this one? Which one is it?
It's a mirror. I should be able to find it.
Because it says mirrored.
Does it? Perfect. Here it is, right. I got it. Boom.
Oh, okay.
All right. Watch this closely. Record this.
See how it looks on the phone when it comes up.
Okay. We're good.
Alright. Is there a way we can put it on the stand so I can keep my hands steady? Because I'm shaky too.
It's gonna once it gets up, I can just point out to it. I'm gonna pause it. This technique is called mirroring, and this is how he hid his work from the Pope, the Catholic Church, and the religious establishment. He mirrored like reflection. Come on, man.
up button. There you go, babe.
Okay. Whew. The reason why I'm showing you this now is because I have to get the time and the date. I know the year is coming next year, but what I want you to pay attention to is this.
Watch the can.
It's not on it yet. Not on the way. Is it on yet?
I see it.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see it. I want to see the face.
Well, you gotta wait till the
I know.
sleepwalker thing comes on.
Right. Look at this blue here. You're gonna see faces in it. Ignore this on the side. This is
They can't
rubbish.
even see it.
Okay, cool. All right. You're gonna see a face here, and you're gonna see a face here. See this building here? I know, I can't believe it's been there all this time.
It's been here a whole lot longer than you,
I
so.
know it's... Okay. So when you mirror the images, you get this new face right here of the Christ. But what you are watching is here and here in this circle. This is a volcano. The Last Supper is showing you a volcano. Let me show you, and I'm gonna show you the where.
I see the volcano. Yep, that's what it is, guys.
But it's important though. There's a lot of volcanoes in the world. I'm gonna show you where.
It's been in my dreams. It's been in everybody's dreams. Put some ones up if you've been dreaming about volcanoes.
But it's not any volcano. Look at this. The sorrow of the Christ. Keep watching. Just keep watching. One second. Because it's not just any volcano. Come on. Now, I want you to direct your attention. Oh, let me flip it. I'm sorry. One second. I want you to direct your attention to ignore everything up top for a second, okay? And I want you to look at the table stands, okay? You see these? Remember this. Remember how this looks. Remember these table stands, okay? And for those who have a better image, look out the window. All these are your clues to tell you. See this? See on here? Look, point to this. Point to the seats.
I'm zooming in on the window right now.
Okay, great. If you have it doesn't really show really well in here, but in the clip, if they have it, they can probably see it in a better image.
Okay.
Let me know you're ready. So remember this table stand, okay? I want you to remember that. The buffoons who did this are trying to think that this is the Sphinx, and they are complete idiots. They're academia, all of them are dumb. I need you to remember this here, okay? So I'm gonna let this play on and let you see. Focus down here. Look at this blue. Look at this blue right here. Can you see that dumb picture? Good. I want you to understand that the Christ is furious. Furious. And I want you to pay attention to these legs. Pay attention to the legs of this table. But understand, the Christ was betrayed, and he is furious. And the ones, I'll show you more. If anybody know my birthday, they know what that means.
11/11.
But the Christ is furious. That's an angry Christ. Not a peace-loving Christ. It's an angry Christ. You see this? You see this blue? It represents a cool, dormant mountain here, okay? But keep watching. This represents all of them betrayed him. Every last single one of them betrayed the Christ. And he's angry because the people he's known for 40 years betrayed him. All of them.
Oh, somebody's daughter's 11/11.
Good, she's blessed. Well, no, she's cursed.
It's
She's cursed.
it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot, but you're going to hurt a lot. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Okay.
She took her life in 2015. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry.
She saw Jesus Christ.
It was too much. The
much.
simulation was too much.
Ignore this.
Ignore that.
This is garbage to academia. It's stupid. They don't know anything. Don't ever go to school. These are buffoons. Okay. All right. You see all this right here? They're telling you hidden messages and all this garbage. These people are buffoons. Okay.
Flip it around.
Flip it around, yes.
Okay.
And if you can find it for me, please, I'd appreciate it. I'll tell you which one to get. Now, I just showed you a volcano. Big deal. Volcanoes erupt all the time. Who gives a shit?
I didn't hear what you just told me.
Oh, I'm gonna need you to pull the images up for me.
Tell me.
Okay, I'll tell you now. You need this phone?
I need this one.
Perfect. Okay. It's a volcano. Who cares? Volcanoes go off in Hawaii. We had a volcano go off in Fiji. The volcanoes always goes off. Indonesia this past week, they're going off. The volcanoes don't just go off. Gosh, I will show you a picture where literally they're activated. So,
You want me to show what we looked at earlier?
yes, please pull up the volcano where this is taking place. And it involves you. It involves every single one of you on this chat. It involves you. All the things that you're attached to, your car, your job, your house, anything you're attached to, You can get rid of that. You can kiss that shit goodbye. Because it's in place, and we've allowed it to get in place.
By sticking to developed areas or Yellowstone remains one of the country's most popular national parks, with millions of annual visitors. Yellowstone spans almost 3,500 square miles and extends into parts of Montana and Idaho, making it one of the largest national parks in the U.S. Yellowstone National Park sits on top of the
There's your blue.
supervolcano, capable of a magnitude 8 eruption. Some parts of the park are just 3 miles above magma or molten rock. The park is also home to more geysers and hot springs than any other place on Earth. There are lots of wonders to take in this truly unique national park, from sites like the Yellowstone Grand Canyon to wildlife like America's
Go to
largest
the
buffalo
hotel.
herd, grizzly bears, and wolves. Approximately 50% of the world's hydrothermal features are at Yellowstone National Park,
Pardon me?
creating an effect that makes the ground appear to be on fire. The most famous of all the geysers is Old Faithful, one of the most popular and recognized natural wonders in the United States.
Can you go to Old Faithful
Yellowstone got
Hotel?
its name from Native
Okay.
Americans who were referring
Yeah, put it
to the
now.
yellow sandstone along the Yellowstone River.
Okay. This is nothing new to most of you, because y'all know that Yellowstone is a supervolcano. But you'll find out why this particular supervolcano is so important. Go ahead. The Old Faithful has a restaurant. Why don't I show you this restaurant that Old Faithful has?
It's right here.
This is the Old Faithful Inn at Yellowstone National Park, Wyoming. Of all the classic national park lodges, I think this one is my favorite. The inn is the largest log building in the world, and is only a short walk away from the world's most famous geyser, Old Faithful.
Why would you put a wood building with all this fire? But never mind, we'll get into that later. It's the biggest wood building in the world.
The original old house of the inn was built in 1903, so that includes all of the original lobby and the old rooms. These are the iconic red doors at the entrance.
Why red doors? Like this corny ass country place got red doors.
The building is a National Historic Landmark. They have an Old Faithful clock inside the lobby where they predict each eruption of Old Faithful, which goes off every 45 minutes to 2 hours. The tall gabled logs of the magnificent and expansive
Shit.
lobby is one of the greatest wonders of Yellowstone National Park.
Shit.
The inn was designed by Robert Reamer, who is
I fast forward instead of
Oh, okay.
you know, this dumbass remote. I'm sorry. I tried to pause it for you. Give me a
The
second.
building is a National Historic Landmark. They have an Old Faithful clock inside the lobby where they predict each eruption of Old Faithful, which goes off every 45 minutes to 2 hours. The tall gabled logs of the magnificent and expansive lobby.
Okay. Remember those tables I showed you? Here they are. These are the tables from the Last Supper upside down. You're looking at Da Vinci saw this. Da Vinci knew this. This. Anyone knows anything about structure knows that this right here ain't holding nothing up because you want a straight beam. You want something, a triangle to hold the weight. This is doing nothing but decorative. These are the legs from the Last Supper. Right here. This is it. These are the legs. Pull the Last Supper up again. Please. These are the legs from the Last Supper. Now, why do I know this and when is it going to happen? Well, simple. It's not natural.
Gospel of John 13:21. The painting depicts each apostle reacting in his own unique way.
I know.
This is also taking place during the Last Supper with Jesus before he was given over to the authorities. who were informed.
Look at the mountains in the back.
Most of the
Look at the Yellowstone in the back.
Long horizontal tables seating Christ at the center with his 12 apostles to his left and right. The figures
Look at the
are
Yellowstone in the back.
The viewers. We notice 3 vertical windows behind the figures. The central window
Shut
being
up.
directly behind
You know nothing.
Christ, highlighted.
You know absolutely nothing. You're a buffoon. Look at the Yellowstone. Look at the legs again. I know. I want to show them the numbers and how they how it's been marked. Look at the legs. We're good. Pull up the thing with the number 62. Oh, you're doing it now. While she gets to a particular part, you got it? Okay, I want to go here first. I will.
So they can see the legs first.
Here. This here. This here is what it looks like. When this thing goes off, this here, all of this is gone. All of this is gone. And the reason why the volcano is going to be devastating, California, all gone. But we did this. We sat by and watched the planning for this to let this happen. This vision, just understand, this is bigger than most states. This explosion that's going to take place. And it's going to be fed for eternity because of what we've allowed to happen. So, if any of you are familiar with the South Dakota pipeline, baby, pull up the.
The legs again.
Oh, I'll go back to it again.
All you gotta do is
Oh,
hit the up button.
up button.
Just leave it up there.
Okay, up,
Hit the up button. Up.
up.
There you go.
Okay, these are our legs again. Oh, I'm sorry. Man, this sucks. These are our legs again. These are our legs. So, anyone familiar with the algorithm, they mark us for death with the number 62. For anyone who's been following the news or the woke people, there's something called Agenda 2030. A lot of people have heard of it, and this gets a lot of talk. Well, the reason why it's Agenda 2030 is because in 2017 marked the completion of the South Dakota pipelines. That one that we allowed to get put under a goddamn super volcano. And if you're familiar with the algorithm, once completed in 2017, you know that 13 years later, they get to reap their reward. 13 years later, it's 2030. The 2030 agenda is the annihilation of all of us. You got it? Perfect. I'm pulling up some information for you. Ariel's already pulled it up. I just gotta get my glasses. You wanna hold this, please?
Give me the stand and we can have it right on you.
Perfect.
Be nice and steady.
So, for those who are familiar with this algorithm that I found, they're calling it the, what's it called? The Keystone XL Pipeway. You're gonna find that, hope you can see this. Can you see that? Can you put it on the screen? All right. I'm gonna blow it up and turn it sideways. Okay, perfect. Man, it sucks a duck.
Well, you know what? Let me try to upload it to YouTube real fast. Let me see if I can screen.
I'll read it to you. You can put in the comments or whatever, maybe. Okay, but I lost it though. It's gone. It's gone.
It's in the pictures.
Pictures. I hope you can see this. But it cost $62 million. Anyone who's familiar with my algorithm lets you know that the number 62 is being marked for death. So they literally marked it with the price of the construction of it. And just for all those who are curious, if anybody has a phone, why don't you Google how many, if you want to know what places are going to be attacked and destroyed, why don't you Google how many counties New York has? Let me make it easy for you. It's 62. All right. This Last Supper, I'm not sure who was supposed to see it, but I think it must have been me because I kind of see the rest of them. But nonetheless, because I see this like it's very obvious to me, I've made a big mess of things because I tell everybody, hey, they're doing this here, they're doing this then. These are the people who are doing X, Y, and Z. So this thing that's taking place around the world is was supposed to kill all of us. This pandemic was supposed to kill all of us, but it didn't. If anyone saw the documentary Died Suddenly, if anyone is looking at what happened to Israel, a country of maybe 3-4 million people, they are 100% fully vaccinated. That small country of Israel received 18 million doses of this shot. They had the highest death rate and the lowest birth rate since then. Every country, the countries with the highest shot ratio has a highest number of deaths and the lowest number of births. Literally, a man and woman being stuck in a house for a year and the birth rate goes down. That's kind of weird to me. The baby boomers, the men were out at war, and there's a whole generation of people, a whole bunch of people, because the war took place and they started having babies. Well, understand that if you in a house with a woman for a year, like we all were, then the birth rate should have went up. In America, we have an average of 8 million babies a year. This year, these past 2 years since the pandemic, we've had an average of 6 million. It's went down 2 million. And men and the women were in the same house together. And because it didn't kill enough people, they're trying to get and harness the permission to unleash this thing. If you look at Basquiat's artwork, you'll see it all over his artwork. It's something called the Flash. I'm going to show you in the video, superimposed again, that when this volcano goes off, it doesn't just erupt on its own. You're going to see a beam ignite the volcano to start the explosion. So please take a look at it. I'll show it to you. Like literally, they have a weapon that literally can activate volcanoes. The same way they have a weapon that creates earthquakes for anybody who's been watching my stuff. So this is the mirror again? Yes.
Then I'm trying to figure out something so I can have some still pic. Any other pictures that you want me to have here?
No, I'm just going to be quick with it and just try to get me some sleep and figure some shit out. Because I know when the date is in the... I'm going to do a video. I know where the date is, and the date is in their fingers. Go back to that Yellowstone video again so we can show them.
Okay, and I have the articles uploaded to YouTube if you want to see it. On
Perfect,
the screen.
perfect.
Let me just put it on there.
Okay, perfect.
And then you can pause it. I have the
Perfect.
article one, and then I have the...
Perfect.
And I also have the screenshot a little further back, you know. With that.
62 Yellowstone.
That's what I did.
Oh, I was very curious.
I'm trying to work fast.
I appreciate it.
over
I
here.
appreciate it. $62 million. That's just 62. It's marked. Okay? It's marked. So, go back to the Yellowstone Hotel so we can show them what Michelangelo. Listen, all of us owe Michelangelo and Da Vinci a debt. There it is. Rewind it back a little. Just, okay. Okay, this is the hotel I was telling you about. I showed you the,
They have an Old Faithful clock inside the lobby where they predict each eruption of Old Faithful, which goes off every 45 minutes to 2 hours. The tall gabled logs of the magnificent and expansive lobby
Boom.
is one of the greatest wonders.
boom,
of
stop,
Yellowstone National
stop.
Park.
God damn, this piece of shit. I fucking hate this goddamn TV.
Okay. Just a one, just move it back. I can get it.
5 minutes to 2 hours. The tall gabled
There you
logs
go.
of the
Stop now.
magnificent and
There you go.
All right, hit up.
Up,
All you gotta do is hit up.
up.
There you go.
This clock you're looking at right here, hope you can see it. It's a pendulum right here. This clock. You'll notice that this building is made of all stone, but this clock here is in stone. I'm sorry. This building is all wood. It's the biggest, largest wood building on the planet. But where they're keeping the clock, they made it in stone because it's literally set in stone when they're trying to cause this disaster. This clock right here that you're looking at.
expansive lobby is one of the greatest wonders of Yellowstone National Park.
You dig?
The inn was
Everything
designed by
is
Robert
wood
Reamer, who was
except
29
the
years
clock.
old at the time, and worked as an
Because
architect for
it's
the
in stone,
Yellowstone Park
the
Company
time
since
and the date. Pull back up the Last Judgment.
I got you.
Perfect.
Right now, you keep top building.
I apologize. So when Michelangelo was telling you in the Last Judgment about the time, he showed you. Okay.
Because it's gonna take me a
Okay.
couple seconds.
So while you're doing that, I'm gonna get back to the mirror because I'm gonna show them how which one is it? Boom. Let me show you that there is a beam that comes down to activate the volcano, like they're doing it to us. And we let it happen because we allowed them to build pipelines under a super volcano. And we set and just let it happen. We watched. You're good. It's going to show the volcano, and they're going to see the beam when it comes up. New York is going to be destroyed. They could have had 61 counties, or they could have had 63 counties, but they chose to make New York 62 counties because it's damned. Even the architecture in this room, you're going to see this here in Old Faithful Hotel. Pay attention to this. Pay attention to all these things you see, because you're going to see these same things at the Old Faithful Hotel. Look near the middle, and you're going to see the beam that gets activated. Come on, short. There you go. There you go. There you go. Here you go. That's the beam. It's not natural. It's not natural. They're doing this. This is being done to us. If you don't believe me, I can show you. Jesus, I can show you. Another. You got the Last Judgment? So literally, they activate these things. They have a beam.
Okay, I'm ready.
You got it. You see it's blue first, and then once this beam hits it, it's over. It turns. So if you could put the Last Judgment back up, please.
Oh, wait a minute. It won't. Oh, it's not sharing on the screen.
No problem.
Oh, can you go to our videos on there?
Yes.
Yeah, go to our videos on there.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get us back on that.
Okay, 1 second, guys. And matter of fact, when you finish that, why don't you send them the earthquake thing so we can, if they don't know about that, they can see that these things. I know you. If this is the first time you're hearing, I'm sure it's crazy and blah blah blah.
We can just put
But
the video I did.
I can show you an earthquake and show you the machine they use to create earthquakes.
So go to our channel.
Okay.
Yeah. There, upload. There you go.
Uploads there. This is the clock that you're looking at. And you see, it's made in stone. This is the clock. So, who can create a volcano? Send me, oh, it's here, perfect. Back up.
What are you looking at? Oh,
Earthquakes.
yes, and our videos.
Yeah, because, like, here. We're in Mexico. Everyone knows we're in Mexico.
All right. That's something that you probably don't know. But earthquakes are fake. They're man-made. They literally have a machine, they call it an earthquake projector, that creates the earthquake, which i.e. creates tsunamis and other cataclysms that we all have to deal with on a regular basis. They have been fucking with us on a level that you cannot imagine. Look at the pictures and videos. I have text messages from my friends saying they had a simulation on September 19th because they were just getting ready for the other times that they had huge earthquakes on the same exact date. Then I look it up. They don't just have it on September 19th. They always have it on September 7th or September 19th. This year, September 19th, 2022, they had an earthquake simulation and had everyone waiting outside the mall, kind of like a fire drill, except an actual earthquake happened. So, you guys, if you believe that earthquakes are real, get over it. They've been manipulating us about everything.
Okay. We're showing you the text messages that we got. Okay. Pause.
It's delayed on our end.
Okay. So, our neighbor, one of the guys who runs our errands, told us he was going to be late to drop our stuff off because they were doing an earthquake simulation, and he had to wait to see whether or not it was going to happen. 2 hours later, we got an earthquake, a 7.8, 2 hours later, which made us say, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. This is the text messages. This is online, so you can see the times. Everything's timestamped on your own. This is telling you, okay. These are the earthquakes that happened in Mexico. 1985, September 19th, 8.1. 2017, September 7th, 8.2. 2017, September 19th, 7.1. 2021, September 7th, 7.1. And this year, when we were here, 2019, September 19th, 7.4. Now, my friend texted us and said he was going to be late because they stopped traffic because a simulation may take place. Well, 3 hours later, we got a 7.4 earthquake. Now, for you smart people who say that I'm crazy, how do America know how to predict earthquakes? Well, how is this third world country, this slow country, Mexico, know when an earthquake's coming? You know why they know? Because of this. Man.
You got to hit play.
I didn't hit play? Oh,
It's not playing.
it makes it easy to play. You press play, right? Press play. I'm sorry this is erratic and crazy, but I needed to show you. I just needed you to see this because they're not going to keep it up. This is on our site, by the way, so you can see the times yourself. So this is what happened after we got the text message 2 hours later. Okay. Oh, it must not have any sound. 2 hours after we got a text message, they were doing a simulation. This is what happened. Now, you think you're smart in America. Well, didn't they say earthquakes can't be predicted? Well, how did the Mexicans know? Did you know? How did the Mexicans know and you didn't know, America? You smart people? All you smart places y'all come from, why does Mexico know when an earthquake's going to come? Almost finished. Yeah, I quit that day. I'd have definitely quit. Now, see that volcano? This is called an earthquake projector. It's in the CIA cards. The CIA cards they have out there, they literally have a machine that can create an earthquake. Understand? This is real. They've been lying. Everything they tell us is a fucking lie. They've been lying to us. Man, there's no place to even start what they've been lying about to us. They possess a machine that could generate an earthquake and a tsunami. I'm about to get off of this. Is there anything else that I need to share? I'm sorry I rushed through this. I just had to show you because when they hit Yellowstone, all the fancy shit that y'all got, your jobs, your fancy cars, your fancy houses that allow other people to suffer, y'all in the same boat. You're in the exact same boat. So the reason why things happen to me and allow it to happen publicly to me is because I know about them. And I'm trying to tell you. So this is happening in 2023. The volcano is happening in 2023. A month away from here. It's happening. It's in place. The weapon is there. The pipelines are there. This is happening. I got some more stuff biblically, but I don't get into the Bible because people who read it and believe in it are all hypocrites. I don't know anyone who reads it who's not a hypocrite. So I don't even get into it with them. I'm sorry about my attitude, my anger, or whatever. But hey, sitting around enjoying your fancy couch and your fancy car and your fancy house while you allowed our government to put a pipeline under a super volcano, well, guess what? You watched that happen. So, because this guy who they tried to murder a couple times, I was revived twice this past Saturday. I was dead twice Saturday. Not this one, but the Saturday before. What day of the week is this?
Oh, Thursday.
Today's Thursday? Okay. So, about 10 days ago, Ariel had to call the ambulance. They had to revive me twice because they tried to poison me and my son. Well, they did poison me and my son. Me and my son both had to get to the hospital that night. So the reason why they're allowed to poison me and my child and steal everything from me publicly, because I know some shit that y'all don't know to warn you. So I'm just letting you know, me and my family are going to survive. We're going to be fine. The stories, this is a very familiar story. Up, really, Upnapushkin is, if anyone's familiar with the story, the Epic of Gilgamesh, there's a character by the name of Upnapushkin. He was the person who God told before everything happened so he could save his family. In your Bible, it speaks of a character by the name of Noah. Well, this iteration, it happens to be a black dude, which is hilarious because no one's going to believe him. And it's like, why is it that no one believes anything a black person says? In particular, a black man. Think about it like this. If a black man told you something, do you believe him? No, you don't. You don't believe nothing black men tell you. Why do you think it's that way? It's because it's by design. You're not supposed to believe anything black men say. That's why they have to treat us like dogs on TV and show you Lil Nas X and Flavor Flav and Kevin Hart. So don't listen to me. I'm just a crazy guy, just a crazy guy. But I assure you, this is already written. Everything is in place. They've moved this up to 2023 because I'm telling you. They're moving this up to 2023 because I'm telling you. Israel is being destroyed as well. For you Bible thumpers out there, you're going to see that Revelation tells you that when the Euphrates River dries, something's coming out of the ground. Well, why don't y'all go and take a look at the Euphrates River right now and see what's going on with that. It's now. It's going on now. So keep ignoring me and keep watching me suffer because I'm the only one who can fix it. You want to say anything else to them? They got some questions for you. People got comments. Let them answer the comments.
So,
Ariel, you sit in this chair. You're nice. You like you're better than me.
some people, no, everybody's just pretty much just trying to figure out, asking, does anybody want us to go back to the Last Supper? Does anybody want us to go back through any of the pictures?
Well,
Because we can do that if anybody came in late or is just confused in general. So let us know in the comments, because if not, we can
Yeah, I'm gonna get off.
shut this down.
Yeah, I got to go through. I showed you the Last Supper because as soon as I saw it,
Oh,
I got.
someone asked, what was the face in the volcano? Oh, the face is irrelevant, really.
Maybe not. I'll look at the face and I'll help you with the face. I just gotta look at it. This was the first time I looked at it with my eyes, and everything just kind of poured out, and that's how it works. It's a thing that once I get a piece of it, everything just kind of floods, and everything just comes, and it's overwhelming. And the longer that I keep it in, the more frantic I get. So when I get it out, I've done my job, because remember, God gives you free will. So he gives you a choice. So you've been told. So everybody out there who letting this happen to me, let you know, I know how this goes down.
And let them know that the size of the volcano, the area is the size of Chicago.
It's bigger than that, way bigger than that. It's a couple
Yeah.
states. It's humongous.
Yeah.
It's humongous. They're just talking about the Wichita. But look for yourself. I'm going to go through the picture, and if anybody wants to take a stab at it, pay attention to the fingers, because the fingers are telling you the time on the Last Supper. If you can pull the Last Supper, if you can pull it up.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the fingers, and the fingers is telling you the dates. I'm going to go through it and verify it with God, and once I find out the exact date, but it is in 2023. If anyone's been paying attention to the news, they've been talking about Agenda 2030. You're gonna see now they've switched it over to Agenda 23. I told people before that in 2029, the White House will be burning and on fire. It's not gonna happen. The world is gonna be on fire in 2023. So what I'm saying to you is, if anyone's familiar with my story and me being stuck in Mexico and me being poisoned, you need to understand. Keep watching. I get through it. It's my job to get through it. God tells me so I can get through it with my family. I have the most beautiful children on the planet. But you keep watching. Keep watching and letting people do things to me illegally, like steal everything from me. And rest assured, your fancy lifestyle that you don't want to give up to help a good man, you'll see. I promise you. But even though you will sit and watch this happen to a good man, I'm still going to tell you the date, because it's my duty to tell you the date. It's my duty to tell you the date. I'm going to tell you the date in the next couple of days. And then y'all can just say, oh, fuck them. But just when it goes down and when you see that flash, you're going to get to say, I didn't know, because I told you. I've been telling you for 5 years. I told everybody before the planet locked down. Hey, it's going down. They're about to lock everything down and try to give all of us shots. I told everybody. I told them 2 years before it went down, but no one listened. Why didn't you listen? If I was white, you would have listened. If I was Indian, you would have listened. If I was Chinese, you would have listened.
Pull it up on my channel.
Oh, you don't believe me? You don't believe that I told you? Check it out. Rumble or
What you talking
When I told them everything was about to happen, the video, my birthday party.
about?
Is it on Rumble or
yeah, that's
YouTube?
on Rumble, but the thing that I just,
Oh,
the,
perfect.
the pictures are on our channel now.
Gotcha.
You just gotta refresh, maybe.
Gotcha.
I don't know if it just pops up automatically.
Probably refresh it.
Yeah, refresh it then. Click it again.
I'm gonna get out of it.
You should be able to click the channel again.
Oh, gotcha. Is
Go
this?
down. There it is.
Which one? This one?
Yes. No, that's up.
That's something.
What was next?
Okay. Is that what you want to say?
You asked for the last up.
Did I?
Yes.
I thought it said Last Judgment. Oh,
And it came, it is crazy.
yeah. Yeah, listen. You can look at these things yourself, and you can look at them yourself. When you have time, pull up The Last Supper. Oh, The Flash. Why is it like this?
Because I had did a report and it kind of got crazy.
Gotcha. I'm sorry. I'll turn the phone sideways.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I got the pictures right here. You
Got
can
it?
just pull it up. Here you go.
Okay.
You want the Last Supper or the Flash?
Flash.
Okay.
This is Jean-Michel Basquiat. He's got this in a whole bunch of his artwork. He's letting you know something's coming from above that's going to wipe us out. The artists are telling you, they're telling me, I'm telling you. Go ahead, ignore me. But if I was any other color, you'd believe me. And that's done purposely. God, it's just so frustrating.
Somebody
Like,
said I want to hear more about the click. What's the
click. I'm not sure what the click is. Maybe a cell. So, I'm gonna start a space on Twitter so I can share some more pictures and we can have an open dialogue. I'm about to start a space on Twitter so I can have an open dialogue and I can show some more pictures and walk you through it. But it's my duty to tell you because God protects babies and fools. But you are giving a choice. Y'all can let the person who can fix this keep getting fucked with, or you gonna die. I give two fucks. We lived through this. I read the book. We're in the story. Keep watching. It's gonna be very, very, very sexy. But understand, try to get out of the way of a super volcano. Understand that South Dakota pipeline goes all the way down to the Gulf. And I want you to understand the Pennsylvania pipeline go all the way down to the Gulf. So I want you to dodge that. When y'all looking and judging me, dodge that. Dodge that. Where you going to go? Either way, Ariel's going to set up a space on.
Oh, clock. She meant the clock. She wanted to elaborate more on the clock.
Gotcha.
The clock that was on Last Judgment and on.
The date is written in stone. You're going to look at both of them. You look at the Last Judgment. You're going to see that the clock is built around a stone. Whatever, fireplace, whatever. It's stone. The building, the Old Faithful Hotel, that is the biggest wood building on the planet. But they made sure they put that clock in stone.
It's the most revered
What they say?
geyser.
Right.
that they
It's the
have there.
most revered geyser, of course. But Old Faithful. But Ariel's going to start a space up on what? Is it Twitter?
Twitter.
What's hilarious, I was on Twitter before I got on here for 5 seconds, because as soon as I start talking, they kick me off because they heard my voice. People don't realize, hey, why are you so offended when a black man talks? Because you've been conditioned to be that way. And you've been conditioned not to believe when a black man talks. I'm not black, I'm a Count Chocula. So, I'm a Count Chocula. I'm going to get off of this. I'm going to get into a Twitter space. Ariel can tell you which one to do if you want to get in the Twitter space. This is where I can ask.
Twitter spaces on in the chat.
So start it up now. So this way, if you want to ask a question, we can have a back and forth dialogue, and it's just not me ranting at people looking like a crazy man. Jesus, crazy. So is there anything?
You guys can see. What do you want to label it?
The real Last Supper, right?
Okay.
And gracious. Listen, and I apologize. You don't know how frustrating it is to be able to see this shit and people.
All
All right, so what's the name of it?
The Real Last Supper.
Ariel just started a space on Twitter called The Real Last Supper. Anyone have a question, they can go to the space and we can talk directly, and you can ask questions, and it's more of a conversation instead of me just screaming like an angry dude, you know, screaming like I'm angry because I see this very obviously and I try to warn people. It doesn't benefit me to warn them, it just benefits them, and they still don't listen because they're cowards and they so hell-bent on a house or a car or whatever the fuck they're not gonna be able to take with them. They should probably start worrying about their children or their parents or their wives or loved ones, because I know how it is to walk away from physical
So
things.
Wanda said if you turn the Basquiat picture upside down, you see the volcano.
Listen, it's all in the shit, man.
It's in the Illuminati
It's in
cards.
everything. It's in the Illuminati
everywhere.
cards. It's everywhere. It's
everywhere.
everywhere, and it's
It's
just getting my
everywhere. It's got
goddamn
pictures.
nerves. And these niggas, like the worst part about it is, I have more than all of them. I was richer than all of these niggas. I'm younger and richer than all these niggas. And then once the government decide to put a hit on me, everyone want to act like I'm crazy and stupid. I got 27 patents. I fixed worldwide blindness. And y'all niggas let the FBI destroy my family. Y'all watched. But what they did that is because I'm trying to warn you. The reason why they doing it publicly in front of all of you is because they're not going to have to answer to you. Damn, why don't people just stop being selfish? But you're going to burn. You're going to burn. Man, I'm just disgusted with humanity. Is the space open?
Yeah, the space is
All right, y'all.
open.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Azen03 on Twitter.
Azen03. What is it again?
At Azen03.
At Azen03 on Twitter. I'm about to start a space to get off of this. For anybody who has a question,